Hey, Michelle. Alright guys, I'll get out of the truck and walk down here. They've got power crews here. Have we got video? Somebody let me know if we have video or not before I walk out of the truck. Okay. The location that I tagged is different. I couldn't get any service there, so look at the APRS. It should be pinging still. It was working earlier. And we're gonna just walk out here and go past where the power line guys are. If they say it's okay and safe. I don't know what road I'm on. Guys, out of the truck, I can't really see the chat. How y'all doing today?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for coming from Michigan. You guys are all from Michigan?
Yeah.
Cool. Got a lot of people watching the live stream to see what's happening here. Appreciate y'all being here. So we're right near Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. And the noise you hear are the F-15s. There they are. Over there is a main road with a huge traffic jam on it. I'm not sure what road that is. Somebody can probably look it up and see. Way up there, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a car submerged way up there at the other end of the water. Yeah, the F-15 Strike Eagle's not exactly an airliner. A happy frog down there somewhere. So we're not far from Seymour Johnson. The last location I was, the fighter planes were only about 300 feet over us, but I couldn't get live there. Is there anything you guys want to know while I'm standing here and I'm not walking? I don't know if you guys can see that car way down there. I'll try to get to the other side eventually. Can anybody take a look and see how far we are from the Neuse River here? I'm not able to. Hey Carl, if you look all the way down there, well, first of all, there's a sign, says railroad crossing. It looks like the rising may have stopped. As you can see, there's a little bit of a high water mark here. And there's a car way down there that's submerged all the way to the hood. All right, I'm gonna walk back to the Suburban. I'll show you guys the power crew that's here. And I'll continue to drive around. If I lose connectivity for more than a minute, I'm going to end the live stream. And when I get connectivity again, I will bring it back up. The 4G is still very spotty here. It is a nice fence, isn't it? Nice barn too. Partially underwater. There's 3 of the power company trucks that are here from Michigan to help out. Richard, I don't know officially it has, but anecdotally it looks like there is a high water mark and the water is receding from it, at least here. I'm not going to walk down there because I'm not going to trespass on real property, but the railroad looks to be okay. The bridge doesn't seem to have water over it here. I've only been here about 30 minutes. I haven't seen any trains. And we're back in the truck. The repeater that you hear is the 146.85 repeater in Goldsboro, North Carolina. It's the ham radio repeater. It is hot today. All right, John, I figured that was 117. That's the road I've been trying to get to. I haven't been able to get to it yet. I will start driving around. I'm going to intentionally try to find roads that are blocked so we can look at them. Yeah, it's very humid. I'm going to intentionally try to find roads that are blocked. If I lose connectivity and I get the little spinny wheel thing for more than about 60 seconds, I will end the live stream. And when I get connectivity again, I'll start another one. So if I go away for more than a minute or so, assume that the live stream is ending. And temperature here right now is 93, according to the truck. So anyway, if we lose connectivity, as soon as I get it back, I'll start another live stream. Remember, this is a developing situation with the disaster area, and there's a lot of people using data services, and the infrastructure may be messed up, so we may not have 100% streaming all the time. This says Old Mount Olive Highway, Dudley, North Carolina. You know, I'm going to stop for a second while I have connectivity and talk about that. And one of the things we're going to start doing with this channel in the near future is start doing stuff about being prepared. And, you know, last year when we had Hurricane Irma, we were without power for about 2 weeks. The grocery stores and Walmart were closed for even longer than that because they didn't have power and they didn't have generators. And the shelves were bare almost a week prior to the storm, and they didn't get restocked because there was no gas to be had, because there were 5 million people evacuating from southern Florida. And it always helps to be prepared ahead of time. And we'll be starting some videos on how you can can stuff. You can can vegetables, fruits, even meat. Michelle cans stuff like jambalaya and chili and stuff. What else? She cans chicken. I've got at least 2 weeks. I may have about 3 weeks of freeze-dried Mountain House food in the truck. I've got at least 2 weeks of water. And I have a way to heat that water so that I can cook it. Yeah, it was a good month. And what was really interesting and scary is we used to live in Africa, in Zambia, and the grocery stores there all had guards with machine guns and checking your receipts. Imagine the old lady at Walmart checking your receipt being a guard, a military-age male with a machine gun. Joe, as of this morning at 8 o'clock, the bridge was still there and the water had crested 6 hours earlier. I don't know anything further than that. So at Home Depot, after the storm, they had armed guards. They didn't have guns. They had like big knives and clubs. And they had signs that there was no cash, so you would not get cash back. If you returned something, you would get a store credit. If you tried to pay with a debit card, you couldn't get cash back. So that was interesting and concerning. And I'm going to try to do 117 and get over to the other side of the road here. All right, you lost me. Have you got video back? I need feedback, because if I don't know if I have it, okay. If I don't know if I have it, I'm just going to end it. Yeah, so Home Depot Home Depot had armed guards, and they had a sign that said, "We don't have enough cash, so you return something, get cash credit. If you try to pay with a debit card, you will not be able to do cash back from a debit card." Okay, so we've made it out to US 117 North and US 13. What I'm going to do is try to go to the other end, excuse me, of Mount Olive Road where we just were, and you guys can get a close-up look of the vehicle that was underwater at the other end of that road. Gas prices have risen a little. Anything like price gouging was about $2.59, and now they're averaging around here about $2.66, I think. Are we back, guys? Okay, so the phone overheated. Like I said, it's 93 degrees. So I've got the cold air blowing up here, so it's loud. Off to my right, I can see the barn where I just was, and I can see the guys from the power company. Let's see if you guys can see them. Traffic's not moving. They're over there. No, it's just hot and humid. So what's going on with this traffic jam is the left lane of 117 is blocked, and so there's a traffic jam. But before we get to where it's blocked, I'll be trying to turn right back down that Mount Olive Road so you guys can see the car that's underwater. I think that is the truck stop. Yes, we've been here before. Just it was really rainy. If I'm not live streaming it, or if I haven't live streamed it, I don't know anything about it. Okay, Joe, I'm just south of the intersection of 117 North and Mount Olive Road, or Mount Olive Highway. I don't remember what it's called. Yeah, I've gotten some really good footage the last couple of days. I wish you guys could have seen the second place that I went after the live stream died. There were millions of little minnows playing in the current that was going across the road. They looked like they were having fun. They were swimming and jumping and then going back, and then swimming and jumping and going back. So I'll tell you guys, I don't know how many people saw that overnight. Some people decided that they wanted. I might live stream if you guys want. Um, I might just do that. W5KUB does that on his way to the Dayton Ham Fest. Some people decided, or somebody decided, that they wanted wanted the gas, or needed it more than we did in the truck here. I did. And they stole the 30 gallons of fuel that I had on the roof. And what's funny is I would have given it to them, but they didn't ask. They just took it. It was parked in the parking lot of the Homewood Suites there in Fayetteville, and it was a parking lot that they said had security, but they weren't there. But thankfully, just down the road, I pulled into a Home Depot, and they had about 150 gas cans, and they had a big cable to lock it up with. And then the manager was nice enough to give me a nice discount on it as well. I'm going to pull into this parking lot here. And let you see what's going on here. Well, I'm giving you guys a report of looting at the parking lot where I was staying last night. There was looting. But that's not what we're talking about in general. So if you look at this parking lot here, it's underwater still. Yeah, he didn't have to, because he could have sold every one of those gas cans for full price, and would have sold every one of them for full price. So the parking lot looks like a lake. Show that to you guys, and then I'm gonna turn 90 degrees and let you look the other way while I shoot out the window. I don't feel like getting my feet wet today, and I don't feel like getting bitten by any more fire ants. They got my left leg yesterday, so my right and left leg have been bitten by fire ants. Yeah, actually, the odors that I've smelled have been fuel related. A lot of people are still heating their homes with oil burning furnaces here, and their oil tanks have gotten covered with water, I guess, and they've ended up leaking. Alright, now guys, what I'm going to do is just drive through the water a little bit with my camera hanging out the window. It looks like it held together. It would help when I drove through the parking lot. It doesn't look like it was inside the stores here. I think you guys can see. Can you see the debris there for the high water mark? We're pretty close still to the high water mark, but it didn't make it into the stores, it looked like. All right, I've got to try again to film my tire while driving because I forgot to hit the record button previously. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a taste of what I just shot here. Let you see what I just shot. Can you even see it at all? Try it again here. So that footage could be used in a TV show or a documentary or something. That's, yeah, it's really not. I wanted to show you guys that. I don't know how deep it is out in the middle of the parking lot. I'm not going to drive out there. I don't like to drive in water where I can't see what's underneath it. Billy, where are you? In Beaufort. Yeah, there's going to be water coming down from there down in Neuse River, I guess, isn't it? This river ends up down in Beaufort, doesn't it? My original plan today was to try to head down to Jacksonville, but apparently Highway 17 both ways is closed. I can't get to Jacksonville. So when I found this flooding, I figured we'd do some live streaming here in Goldsboro. Hey, Robin. Back. Am I back, guys? Somebody, whoever it was that just tried to call me, if you're watching, don't call me. Are we back? Somebody let me know if we still have video and audio or if I need to start over. Are we still here, guys? Okay. All right. So this is the other side of that road where we started this live stream. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll move. Actually, I'm going to get out and walk around for you. Stand by. That is the car that we saw down that road. So this is the other end. Yeah, it is deep. It's up to the hood of that car. The Snappy Lube across the street is an island. Way down there, those are the power trucks we saw earlier. We are at the intersection of Mount Olive Highway and US Highway 117, just south of Goldsboro, North Carolina. There's two more F-15s up there. I don't know if you can see them. I'm going to need to put this camera. It looks like this is about as high as the water was here. It's not. There's a high water mark, but it's not. It's not that far away from where it is now. I'm going to leave you guys here for a second while I shoot some footage with the other camera, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. Chat nicely amongst yourselves. back. Show you guys what this looks like. That is a zoom lens by proxy, I guess. Good to be back. Good to be in the land of 4G. You're asking me, I don't even know what he's doing. I'm out here driving. But it has nothing to do with what we're watching. This is a live stream about what's actually happening, not conjecture. Miss Lady, yes, I am going to go into downtown. Can't get across the street, but Univision is doing some live reporting, and there's another parking lot and road flooded, much like the one we just saw, but I can't get there very easily. Yes, but I called earlier, and they didn't answer the phone. The other day they were closed, and their phone said it was permanently disconnected. Then I called earlier today and didn't answer, but then I called prior to going to this into this last live stream, or the current live stream, and Wilbur's is open, so dinner will be Wilbur's tonight. I love Wilbur's. My great uncle started Griffin's Barbecue here in Goldsboro, and we are driving over the Neuse River. I'm just going to slow it down, hold it out the window. I'm not looking. Hopefully you guys can see it. I'm not watching it. I'm watching the road. And I smell a lot of fuel in the river. A lot of diesel fuel. Yeah, let's start heading towards downtown. The big beaver dead in the middle of the road. Okay, I'm going to take the phone down again. Here's another part of the river we're coming up to. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. I don't know what you guys are seeing, and I'm not actually watching it. I'm driving. There's a business up here on the right that's flooded, and a bunch of stuff on the left that is very flooded. I'll see if I can get over to the stuff on the left. Can't get over to the left. I'll let you guys at least see it. Okay, this business is called North Carolina Salvage Company, Inc. Whoever's connected to K4CYP, I'll talk to you on the radio here in a second. Stand by. This is Whiskey X-Ray 4 Tango Victor Mobile. N8 TDQ from Equilink, WX4 TV. It's very warm, yes. Didn't catch the call sign. Call sign here is Whiskey X-Ray 4 Tango Victor, WX4 TV. The name is James. Yes, the other side of the road is flooded.
Mini 1, Mexico, Hotel United, name's Robin. Yeah, the other side of the road.
Oh, is this G1? Golf 1 MHU?
Roger that, G1 MHU in a hotel, and I'll get Ruth to say hi when they catch us tomorrow, over.
Okay, Robin. Good to hear you here on Equilink. I'm going to pull over for a second and see if we can. I'm going to go ask the cop if I can drive down here to the flooding. So stand by. WX4 TV. Back? Are we back?
November 8th, Tango Delta Quebec.
N8 TDQ on Equilink from WX4 TV. Good afternoon. Was hoping I could get across the road here to see if I could go over into that flooded area, but there's too much traffic. I'm using an FT8800R.
Well, it's very warm, I gather. We're up in the 70s up here.
Whopper, I got a phone call. Somebody keeps calling me, and that boots us out, so that's what's happened. Okay, well, it's nice to work you on Equilink. Don't know if you heard yourself on the YouTube stream. I'm going to say 73, and Robin will say 73 to you as well. And I'm going to keep driving around WX4 TV. This traffic is crazy. Yeah, if somebody calls, my phone stops live streaming, and I keep getting it.
About 73 Capital later, I'll stay lurking on the YouTube channel logging for the next hour or so. 73 Germany 1, Microphone United. Bye-bye.
Okay, Robin, and I hope that all is well with your wife. Give her a love. WX4 TV 73. Yeah. Okay, there's a car off to the right that looks like it had been underwater. Yeah, now we're in the southbound lane, and the highway patrol's got somebody pulled over up here. All right, I'm going to pull over and just let you guys see some of this here. Everybody in my family is licensed. That's called the Public Tire Warehouse. Yeah, that's actually the northbound lane of US Highway 117 there. And we'll still head towards downtown. See if somebody's nice enough to let me in. The mobile is, HF is in a mobile right now, Christian, but I'm not actually on the air right now. I'm having to keep the AC just blowing like crazy so the phone doesn't overheat. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I'm going to get some footage here. Outside temperature is 93 degrees right now. Yeah, nah, I was informed by Verizon the other day it's no longer grandfathered. It is a 75 gigabyte per month plan. All right, guys, so you guys can see that. I'm going to get out and shoot some footage real quick, and I'll be right back. Enjoy the view.
KR
we're back. I'm going to go over this 2-foot high curve here. 2-inch high curve, sorry, not 2 foot. Pull over here as well. Alright, I'm going to get out and get some footage here as well, guys, for the view. You can follow where I am on the APRS link that's in the description. It'll show you where I am. I'm back. Whoever asked about downtown, I am going towards downtown right now. And we'll see what's going on down there. For those of you who are new to the live stream, this is Goldsboro, North Carolina. It is the flooding from the aftermath of Hurricane Florence. My name is James. My amateur radio call sign is WX4TV, which stands for Weather for Television. I am a cinematographer and spent a lot of years since 1992 getting in front of and into hurricanes and tropical systems, getting in front of, well, to the side of tornadoes. Only been in one. Covering disaster areas, combat zones, things like that. Down here, or up here from Florida, to cover the landfall of Hurricane Florence, which was back on Friday. I was in Wilmington, North Carolina during landfall. And I, after the landfall, decided to get up to New Bern, North Carolina on Friday, and that's when we started live streaming. I'm up here to cover this storm and to shoot footage, primarily footage that will be for stock footage. But the live stream was originally so my wife and kids could see where I was going. This is their YouTube channel, the children's YouTube channel, and then it took off. And so I'm driving around trying to do some filming for my business, at the same time helping the people that need help that we can. That I'm able to help if we see somebody, and ride along in a tour of what's going on. I'm going to turn down this road here, just see what's down here. A lot more flooding. This is Veterans Drive at Martin Luther King in Goldsboro, North Carolina. I believe Martin is still US Highway 117. Anyway, as we were doing this, somebody suggested that I do a GoFundMe or a PayPal link. This is cutting into, the driving around is actually cutting into my income and my earning ability. Yeah, this is not a hobby, this is a living. But if you guys are enjoying the coverage and you feel like it has some value, there is a link to PayPal and also the GoFundMe in the description. And it would be much appreciated if you could contribute to the effort a little bit. I do this for a living, and I'm trying to give you guys unbiased, unfiltered coverage of what's going on. So I appreciate it if you guys kind of help out a little bit, because I am spending a lot of time showing that instead of working. And I'll turn the car off so it doesn't give you that jello effect while I shoot. So I'm going to shoot here for a while. out of the truck and show you guys something cool. All right. Out here. Oh. In here, some of them are dead. Some of them are swimming. So if anybody wants to go fishing, there's a lot of worms here that you could use for fishing bait. Thousands of them. What do I need to get? Scoot back. All right, Chris, a support group on Hangouts. I don't know what that is, but send it through, Robin. Yeah, those were some sweet people. Those of you guys that don't know Robin, he's a friend of ours. He's in the UK. His wife has IPF, which is idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. He shared this the other day on the group. And she is being evaluated for a lung transplant right now this week. So they're in worried about his wife's health. He is a good enough friend that he gets on when he sees the chat. 9 p.m. there in the UK, and he's still helping us. I'm going to do a 10-point turn here. I don't want to drive down into the water. Well, if the fans want to hang out there, I guess they can. I guess I would say make it the unofficial. No, it's 5 p.m. here. It's 9 p.m. there in the UK. Well, yeah, actually, I guess it is 10 p.m. Greenwich. Wilbur, this time I have not been, and if I see one, I'll pull over and show you guys. I'll say after Hurricane Floyd, I rescued a dog. It was a beagle, and we ended up giving it to Michelle's dad. She was floating on top of a casket somewhere here in eastern North Carolina 20 years ago now. I have not been through Newton Grove, no. And here's some more flooding. This is Goldsboro. Somebody let me know if we're back, guys. If we have video and audio. Somebody let me know if we're back with video and audio, please. If I don't see a chat in the next couple minutes, okay. Sorry, the iPhone overheated. It is 96 degrees now. It is hot. So we're in Goldsboro, North Carolina. the right window rolled down. Yep, that's the tobacco warehouse. It's Planter's Warehouse. No, it's a tobacco warehouse. Yeah, the challenge is every time I walk out of the truck, it gets out of the air conditioning and it gets hot. I'm going to turn down this street here and let you see what's going on. Guys, I'm gonna cool down the phone again. It's getting hot again, so stand by. There I am. Hi. Somebody had asked about the radios in the truck. There they are. It's an Icon or a Yaesu FT8800 and a Yaesu 857D. For HF. So this is Carver Boulevard and Martin Luther King Jr. Expressway. Martin Luther King Jr. Expressway is otherwise known as US 117. I'll show you guys down this street. Yeah, I need a kayak. Hold on a second, I'm going to try to get this so it's aimed better. There we go. Guys, this live stream and this channel, the way we're doing it, is not about politics or global warming or any of that. It's about what's happening in Goldsboro, North Carolina right now. If we see the president, I will try to get an interview, but don't hold your breath. I haven't got room for a kayak on the roof because I've got 40 gallons of gasoline on the roof. But it would be cool to have a kayak though. Well, that's what I'm trying to do, is to give a, and I'm not reading the comments now that I'm driving faster. I'm trying to give a real-time view of what's actually happening without an agenda. No, the traffic is backed up because they are alternating two-lane traffic on both the southbound and the northbound lanes in different spots behind me, because the National Guard Armory is underwater. Well, somewhat underwater. The road is covered on both sides of the road in different spots. I'm going to try to get back in this neighborhood to the right. So anyway, again, as I was saying, I know it's like a commercial, but this is cutting in significantly to my earning potential, getting out and shooting the footage I need for stock footage. If you guys like the coverage and feel like it has worth, please do consider going to the link for PayPal or GoFundMe. They're in the description, and helping out with coverage here. I'm just going to pull over a little bit, show you guys this. I don't know what road this is. Hey, Kevis, can you look at the APRS and just tell us what is this cross street here? No, I'm not looking for directions. I'm just trying to find out what road this is. I think it's US 70, but I'm not sure. No, actually it's not. I've used now 55 gigabytes. Yeah, there's a hospital. I just don't know what road it is. No, I'm not going to try to get to the president, but if I do see him, I will ask him for an interview. I have actually worked with and for him before he was president, and he was actually actually a really nice guy. Yeah, we didn't know it either at the time about the fees. Okay, so still more flooding here. Let me see if we can get downtown. It looks like the road is open. Yeah, Joe, I was just trying to figure out a landmark where we were. I'm not really looking for navigation help right now. I was just trying to get a landmark of where we are. And I will, when I get up here, I may pull off to the right. I wouldn't mind having either a canoe or a kayak, and I would do that, but I don't have one, nor do I have room on the roof to hold one because of all the gas that's up there. Wow, there's a lot of traffic trying to get from over there to the right, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah. At this point, you know, it's conjecture, but from my experience after storms, people get holed up in their houses so long, they just get stir crazy or cabin fever, and they want to have a chance to see something, so they go out and go sightseeing. I see a bunch of blinking lights up here towards downtown, so we'll see what's happening up here in a little bit. My mom grew up in this town, Goldsboro, North Carolina. I lived here for a while. When I was in photography school, I used to love to come here on the other end of the airport down by Wilbur's Barbecue, which is where I'm going to be eating dinner as long as they stay open. I used to love to go out there. There's a place where you could drive through the woods and get right up to the gates and watch the F4s take off and land. And when I was in photography school, I got a lot of really cool photographs of the F4s taking off in full afterburner. Okay, Whopper, I'm driving slowly enough to look at your question. What is your question, sir? have no idea. There is a lot of traffic in Goldsboro. I'm going to turn down this road and just see what's down here. Google Maps is going nuts. I didn't bail out of the navigation I was going before. I'll be patient. We just saw a lot of flood. Yeah, it appears these people got lucky. AT&T is up fixing phone lines for cable TV. Huh. Back up here. I don't know if this is storm related or not, guys, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if that happened in the storm or not, and I'm not going to get out and pull out a TV camera. Mongo, I don't know where I'm aiming to go. Originally it was going to be Jacksonville, North Carolina, and found out that you can't really get there. And then I saw the flooding here in Wayne County, so I decided I'd drive around Wayne County so you guys were. So there's some more flooding here. No, I was going down to Jacksonville to find out. You guys are able to find the same information on these places that I can with Google. Only thing that I can give you direct information on is where we're driving and looking. I don't know, Whopper. Like I said, I don't know if that's if that's hurricane related damage or not. It doesn't. If it's hurricane related, it doesn't look like a tornado. So everything fell one direction. And so what I'm doing is I'm just driving back into the neighborhoods here, looking for more flooding to look at. See if we can find anybody that might want a bottle of water or something. As I was coming down the street, I saw somebody driving through this water, so I'm going to go ahead and drive through it. I was able to see how shallow it was. Now look at that in front of us, though. The water is bubbling up out of the sewer system. I don't know if you guys can see that. the best barbecue in the world. Rose, I only have one Red Bull left. But I'm not up. I don't really need the Red Bull all day long and whatnot. All right, so this is Carolina Street, and I don't know what street I'm on right now. I gave that course to a police officer who was getting ready to go off duty after an 18-hour shift. Yeah, that's what they're for. These guys and women are out, these men and women, the first responders, the cops, the Cajun Navy, Water Street. I don't know if it really is or not, but it literally is Water Street. The Cajun Navy people, left on George, right on Ash towards the creek. I'm not going to risk driving through. I don't know how deep that is. And the volunteers, yeah. So if I see people who are out here working, or even people who are affected, I'll give them water or Red Bull, or like a cop who was getting off. The Coors Light thing that we're talking about. The other night when I was out on the bridge, one of the viewers had a relative bring some Cookout, which is a restaurant here, which is really nice. And then when I got back to the truck, somebody had put a Coors Light underneath the windshield wiper. So I put it in the cooler. And then yesterday there was a police officer on the bridge that I was talking to, and he'd been out there for a long time. And I believe, man, it was your relative, I think, wasn't it? So anyway, asked the cop if they wanted a cold Coors Light for when they got home, and the answer was yes. So the Coors Light is gone. Try and clean off the windshield. This water is shallow. Yeah, Ken, it's been a while since I talked about it. So last night I was at the hotel that they said had security in the parking lot. Apparently they were on a break or something, because, there's a lot of flooding down here. Sorry, quick turn. And they, somebody overnight managed to steal 30 gallons of gas from the top of the truck. But thankfully, I was going to drive, I forget the name of the town, but it was 27 miles away, because I was told that Lowe's had gas cans. But I found gas can street at Home Depot. I'm not going to drive into that. No idea how deep it is. And from what I can see of the high water marks, did down the road about 5 feet, and it looks like in this area is low income, and it looks like it's dropped by about 2.5–3 inches. So yeah, this is not the area of town where the affluent. Usually the area of town where there's flooding like this is not where the affluent live. Yeah, what we're doing is just driving around showing people what's happening. Y'all good? You good? Y'all just coming home? Hold on a second, man. What's the question? I think so. Did y'all evacuate? Tell you what, I'm live streaming to about 350 people on YouTube that want to see what's happening. Can I walk around with you? All right, guys, hold on. We're gonna walk around with somebody who's coming home to their house here. So stand by. This is Goldsboro, North Carolina. Oh man. How y'all doing? I'm James. All right, y'all cool with being on YouTube? How you doing, man?
No, I want to shake hands.
Oh,
I
man.
kind of got sick with all this weather.
Oh man, you okay being on here?
It don't matter.
All right. First of all, y'all okay?
Yeah, we're good.
And you coming home to see if your house is okay?
Yes, sir.
It looks like. What's your name?
My name is Donovan.
Donovan. My name's James. So it looks like, just from your grass, looks like y'all didn't get any water in your house.
Yeah.
So
it don't never stop. It don't never come past with that rain.
When did y'all get out?
3 days ago.
Where'd you go?
Stayed at a hotel.
Hotel. Man, were y'all scared?
Yeah, we were scared. We thought the whole river was gonna be in here, man. Cause that made it seem like they was gonna release 2 more dams. Let me clean them out.
Yeah, you're worried about the river.
Yeah, I thought.
What's your name?
Tasha.
Tasha. I'm James.
How you doing?
Good. Have y'all got electricity then, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you got cold water and everything in the house.
Yes.
All right, cool. I got some cold water in the truck if you want some. Have y'all ever seen it like this?
No, this is the first time.
First time.
First time.
So were y'all here during Hurricane Floyd or no?
No.
Okay. And what about 2 years ago when Matthew hit?
We just got here like a little after Matthew.
Man. Well, it is not as bad as it could be.
I know, right? Well, now that water does still need to go down there.
Yeah, it does need to go down. So were there some people in here that didn't leave, do you know?
Probably.
When
Ain't
you
no telling though.
left, the water hadn't come up yet. Okay, so there weren't anybody.
Halfway.
Okay. I imagine that is scary.
Yes, it really is.
Couldn't get your truck through that water.
I'm not going to drive my truck through that water, man.
I know that's right.
No, I'm not going to go. You know, you never know. It could be like 6 inches deep, but if you can't see the bottom, you don't know if the road's still there.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, y'all, and I'm glad your house didn't get messed up.
Me too.
I'm going to keep driving around and showing people what we're trying to do. I'm from long ago, a story, and then we started live streaming this on Friday, just showing people what's actually happening live without all the media. You know, like you see that where that guy was sitting in a ditch and showing.
Right.
You know, we're just trying to show what's actually happening, and
It
we're
was a disaster, but it wasn't bad as I thought it was gonna be. I'm just glad to be back home. I just
Yeah.
want to come home.
and we're in Goldsboro here, right?
Right.
All right. Well, y'all be safe.
You too.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. All right, guys. So they just got home. They were in a hotel for 3 days, and they've only been here, so they haven't seen any flooding before. They have electricity, and their air conditioner is running. Well, this part of the neighborhood is okay. Some houses down the way look like they had a little water in them. I would venture to guess that probably nobody in this neighborhood has flood insurance. And guys, I'll just say, I am probably the least racist person in the world. We live, but this is not a neighborhood where a lone white guy with TV cameras and streaming YouTube would really want to go. A lot of times, you wouldn't be welcome, or you would. I'm generalizing, but you know, this is a neighborhood where it's typically people of color. But after a hurricane and after this kind of disaster, people forget about skin color, and people forget about nationality and they just want to help each other out. And that is what being an about, or being a human being. But for those of us here from the United States, it's the American spirit. Unfortunately, it is that way. But you know, in times like this, people and see that we're all alike. All right, looks like maybe we're back. The phone overheated again. Took it out. I took the phone out of the car, and it didn't take long for it to overheat. Hopefully, we're back. Do we have video and audio, guys? If you can let me know. Okay, good. Yeah, what happens as soon as I go out of the truck for more than a few seconds, we end up overheating the phone. It is really hot outside. So if you guys can see. Well, the sun's hitting the phone, but I've got the air blowing on the standby. Yeah, streaming uses that processor quite a bit. I've got the air blowing on the phone through the defroster. I've got it turned cold, but as soon as you walk out the door, what's unreliable, Michelle? Google Maps. Absolutely. Google Maps kept, on the way up here, kept telling me not to turn where I turned and telling me to go down roads that were absolutely covered. I'm not going to try to get to Jacksonville today. We only have a couple hours of daylight left, and there's a lot of stuff going on here in Goldsboro. What I need is a clip-on fan or a suction cup fan that I can blow on it. Waze is somewhat better sometimes, but if the roads are closed and nobody's on them, Waves, really none of the GPS systems are working reliably right now. Karen, yeah, I have been getting in front of tropical weather systems since 1992, and I worked as a freelancer for the Weather Channel for a few years. Well, close to 20 years. Okay, this road here, I saw somebody drive through a little while ago, and I can just see the street. So you guys can see the high water mark. The water looks like it's down about 5 inches vertically here. I believe my family is related to Griffin Oil. I've got AC. The problem is when I go out of the truck. All right, here, can you guys see the high water mark there? It's a few feet down the road, but it looks like about 5 inches vertical distance. I'm hoping for no more nails. I am hoping for no more nails. I did get the tire that I patched, the tire that I plugged the other day, and I put a video up. So this is Spruce Street, is our cross street. I'm on Alabama Avenue. Anyway, the video that I put up where my tire was being refilled in Lumberton the other day, I had the Firestone remount it, and they checked it, and they said I did a really good job on the patch. No, we haven't got another flat tire yet. I hope we don't. If you guys are talking about the railroad bridge in Fayetteville, I did not get down to it today. I had to deal with the gas being stolen, but I did talk to a police officer who spent the night there, and they said that the bridge was still there as of 8 o'clock this morning. Yeah, people think it's funny to say that there's not a lot of water, and I can go to the bathroom more than that. Yeah, that's real funny, but you know what? To the one person or two people down this road who the water got into their house, like it looks like the one on the right, 2 houses over on the right here, they probably lost everything, and they probably didn't have any flood insurance, and they're in a neighborhood that's not very wealthy. Here, I'm gonna let you guys see this. I'm not gonna drive through there, it looks too deep. Those people wouldn't say that it's not that much water. And if you're gonna make those comments like that, you will be banned from the channel immediately. You won't be allowed back on to make any more comments. If you come back on under another username and make the same kind of comments, you'll be banned immediately. Let's be respectful to the people who are either at risk of or have lost everything. And the stupid comments need to stop. It's not normal to have flooding in these areas where we are, no. But you know what? If you don't like the coverage, you can just go bye-bye and go watch CNN. I'm driving around and showing you guys what's going on. I'm not standing in ditches. I'm not telling you the water's 20 feet deep. I'm just showing you what's going on. right here, it's not exactly as bad as it was an hour ago when we were driving around. But the idea is to show you guys what's happening everywhere. I want to see if this truck drives through this water, and if they do, I will come through. This is not, I don't think this is from rain. I think it's from the river. How you doing? Everything okay at your house? All right. Did you stay? Did you stay or did you go away? All right, well, you got electricity and everything? All right. I'm sorry? It did? Well, this thing got fan, just let the fans blow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was talking to a lady who's walking with a bag of groceries. And she said the water didn't get up to her house, but that her carpet is a little bit damp, so she got fans blowing on it. There's some people up here I'm going to talk to. How you doing, man? Everything all right? That's cool. Did you stay or did you get out of here?
I stayed here.
You stayed here?
Oh, yeah,
You ever seen the water get up like this before?
Yes, Matthew was a lot more.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I'm streaming on YouTube to like some people. Can I come over there and ask you a couple questions on camera? All right, I'm gonna come over there. Stand by, guys. Hopefully the phone won't overheat. My name's James.
Okay, I'm Thomas Earl.
All right.
All right.
How you doing, man?
All right, okay.
All right.
All right.
So here, I'm just gonna ask. What's your name again?
Thomas Earl Hardy.
Thomas Earl. So, Thomas, how long you lived here?
About 20-some years.
27 years.
20-something years.
27 years, man. I've been married 25 years.
Okay.
All right. So you originally from Goldsboro?
Yes, sir.
My mom grew up here in Goldsboro.
Okay, no problem.
You how long you how old? You don't have to answer. How old you are, man?
Okay. How old I am?
Yeah.
58.
58.
I mean, I'm not saying about at my age.
Yeah.
Yes.
My granddad, or my great granddad used to own the Griffin lumber mill here in town.
Right.
And but anyway, some people on the live stream have been asking.
Right.
They're looking at this and they're going, tons of flooding in
Right.
some places and it's
Yeah,
deep,
I know,
but in
I know.
here it
Yeah.
doesn't look that deep. And they're like, oh, that's probably just from the rain.
That's what I'm talking about.
Does it flood like this when it rains?
Yes, it is. But Matthews, when it came, I mean, this whole place was flooded. Man, we had to stay on my sister's house for a week.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's not like Florence, because it's flooding here and there and there, stuff like that, But Matthews was seriously affected,
So do you think this is from the river or from the rain that came down?
From the rain.
From the rain, okay.
Yes, sir. And mostly it comes from up on the ground.
Oh, like the stuff that's coming up out of the storm drains.
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right, man. You want a bottle of water or anything?
No, sir. I'm good to go.
All right, you want a Red Bull? I got one left.
Oh, yeah, yes, sir.
I got one left. All right, hold on a second. I'll get you a Red Bull.
No problem.
All right, stand by. We're going to give away the last Red Bull here.
All right.
All right, we got to restock the Red Bull. Look at this. I even got ice today. No, the Red Bull. There we go, energy drink. That's nice and cold. Gives him wings. There we go. It's about loving people. All right, man.
Okay, man. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. All
All right, you be good. Appreciate it.
You too now.
All right.
Okay. But Matthews, I mean, I couldn't be sitting out here, and Matthews had a whole different effect than Florence, you know, because Florence, you got little spaces flooding here and flooding there, you know, but Matthews, I would be sitting out here, man, because
Really?
the power was out, and everything. I mean, we had to stay at my sister's house for about a week.
So have you been down on 117 South there where it's all flooded?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I think that's the river flooding down there.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I was off in some others, so like Mount Olive Highway was underwader.
Okay, no problem.
But yeah, and then the last couple of days I've been in Lumberton and
I mean, it's flooded in Lumberton?
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Lumberton and then Fayetteville.
Yeah.
There's a railroad bridge.
Yes. Seriously.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it.
Okay.
My hand's cold from the ice,
no
but
problem,
we're
no
good.
problem.
All right, man.
You take care now.
All right, appreciate it.
All right,
Hey, how do I get back out to get to downtown? Out of here? How do I get back? People want to see what's going on downtown. How do I get?
All you got to do is just go through that way and cut through that way and go up. Where wages, the old railroad track.
Yeah.
And go up that hill and you'll be right up downtown.
Okay, so I need to go down here,
And take a left.
take a left. All right.
And then go straight up, that way, take a right first, and once you take a left, and then you take a right, and you go straight up, and then you take another left, and then you go straight down. By Gemini West, it used to be, up there, and then the road would take you straight on up.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna get lost, but that's all right, man. All right. You be safe. All right.
All right.
Appreciate it. Okay, so from a resident here, he believes this to be flooding from the rains, and also that it's coming up through the storm drains. So high water somewhere is getting into the storm. Yes, sir. Man, I don't have any cash at all. I'm sorry, man. I got Red Bull, and that's the last one. All right. All right, you have a good one, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, guys. So he said that he didn't think this is from the river. It may be from rain. And as we saw, yeah, the water is coming up through the storm drains. Yeah, he said Matthew, for these guys was worse here in this neighborhood. He's lived in this neighborhood for 27 years. And we got to get some air blowing so that we can keep the phone from overheating. I think we were here before. Now the mosquitoes are out, guys. I'm going to talk to the driver of this truck here. How you doing? You live here in this neighborhood? How long you lived here? Since 2008. Have you seen it flood like this before?
Yeah, I used to run Waynesboro Park over there. So I was here. I moved out.
Hey, let me ask you a question. I'm streaming on YouTube here for some people seeing what's going on. Can I bring it over here and talk to you so they can hear you? All right, hold on a second, guys. Hopefully my phone doesn't overheat. Every time I get out of the truck, it gets too hot. My name's James.
Name James?
James.
James?
Yeah.
Quentin.
Quentin. All right, Quentin. So you lived here since about 2008.
Yeah, I've been in this area I've been in this area since 1980. I came here in 1981, graduated from Waynesboro, Mount Olive College.
You probably you know a guy, T. Griffin? He walks around with a cane. He's my cousin. He teaches out there.
Yeah, I was there from 1981 to 1986.
All right.
I was in that first 4-year bachelor's degree.
Yeah, he taught out there. I think then he's just retired from there. So this neighborhood here, it's flooding. Now, I've just gotten from Lumberton and Fayetteville, and I was in New Bern the other day. A lot of flooding. You go out here by the river on 117, it looks like there's a lot of flooding. And I was asking the man up the street here, do you think this is rain or is this the river coming up? It's the river coming. So where does it?
This is a flood area right in here. Now where I stay up on Chestnut Circle, that's the highest part of this part right in here. So this is the flood area because you got two rivers right here.
What rivers? The Neuse River?
Little River and the Neuse River.
Little River and the Neuse River.
One about 500 feet away and the other from about 400 feet away.
How often does it flood back here?
Unless we have a storm
Unless-
like this here.
Unless you have a storm like this.
I saw it in 1999 when we had
Floyd,
and
Yeah.
I've seen it flood when we had Fran.
Floyd and Fran.
Yeah,
And then Matthew?
and Matthew.
Okay. And you said you used to work for the Park Service or the Park Systems here?
Yeah, I used
So you
to-
worked for the city or the county
I
then?
used to work for the state of North Carolina.
So you kind of know what's going on with all this flooding and stuff. All right, man.
And then you have the canal ditches that backs up through here. That's one of the main things. The water's got to go somewhere.
So did you notice that most of these people get out?
Yeah, after the first time, yes.
Yeah.
Matthew, I didn't move.
No, I mean like get out when they said the
yeah.
water's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Because we noticed down in Lumberton, they were going through some
They didn't
stuff.
want to leave.
They didn't want to leave, and the levee had broken, and they didn't know if it was going to like totally fail.
Right.
And they were taking airboats and stuff through the neighborhoods, knocking on people's doors.
And the same thing they did here with Matthew. They came and told him, let's get out. And then the ones that couldn't get out or waited too long, they came here with the boats and pulled them out. But I told him, I said, I'm going to stick with it. So I did, and I did this time. So they told them the same thing this time, Saturday, to be out by 7 p.m. today. So they knew what was coming. But we didn't have the rain like Matthew brought. It rained, but I call that a farmer's rain.
Yeah.
The light rain, drizzling rain.
Yeah.
Tight,
When we went down to Fayetteville, it rained. It was like I think it was Saturday night. I ended up spending the night in my car, parked in a parking lot at a hotel. They didn't have any rooms, so they said you can park out here, and it sounded like I was in a car wash for about 8 hours. I slept good.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So anyway, well, man, I appreciate you talking here. We got 329 people, 332 people. What we're trying to do is I'm a storm chaser,
Right.
and I lived down in Florida. I used to live on the Outer Banks until 3 years ago. And my family's from Goldsboro. My mom's family's from Goldsboro. She's a Griffin.
Okay.
So they were part of starting Griffin's barbecue back in the day. Long time ago, before I was born.
Yeah, Griffin used to be right over there.
Yeah, the best you ever tasted.
Yeah, you were out there.
All right, man. I appreciate.
Okay.
And I'm headed to Wilbur's for dinner. So, all right, man. Be safe.
Yourself.
I should share the channel. Didn't think about that. Yeah, like I said, my mom was from here, and I still have an uncle that lived who is a physician. Hey, Christopher, Doc Bailey sent me a message. Nice to see you're watching. So I'm the challenge is I don't have a cap that says HamRadio.World. I should get one. I should get one. The next Ham Fest, we should get one that says HamRadio.World on it. Anyway, I just don't know how to get out of this neighborhood. I've been back in here before, but it's been about 30 years ago. All right, I'm going to turn the blower back on. I have got dozens of mosquitoes in the truck now. The mosquitoes have finally made an appearance. All right, follow the Alabama Street and turn left. I'll do that. He's finished with the Red Bull. Kristen, so it's amateur radio call signs, and when you get your license, the FCC here in the United States, or the Federal Communications Commission, hands them out sequentially based upon what level or class of license that you have. And then my call sign, which is WX4TV, stands for weather. WX stands for weather. Is this Alabama? I didn't even look. Let's see. Yep, this is Alabama. Okay, Kevis, where do I go next after Alabama? I've got 100% deep, but it's in the back of the truck. I saw that little truck drive through here. Ends at Mulberry, turn right, then first left. We'll do that. So my call sign, WX, is short for weather, and then the number 4, and then TV. So weather for television. It's what they call a vanity call sign. And only somebody with either an advanced class license or an extra class license, which the extra class is the highest level you can earn. And the advanced class is no longer offered, but if people have it and keep renewing, they are grandfathered. They're able to get that, what they call a 2x2, which means 2 letters and then a number and then 2 letters. Most of the new licenses nowadays are what they call 2x3, which are 2 letters, a number followed by 3 letters. All right, did you say I'm turning on Walnut Street? I believe I am, because the other one ends at the railroad levee. I turned on Walnut. It looked like down there wasn't a street. I'll turn left up here. Hopefully that'll get us to Mulberry. I smell more diesel fuel here. Here we go. If I remember right, Mulberry will go straight downtown, won't it? Yeah, I don't want to get on 70. I want to go downtown. 70 had a lot of traffic stopped on it. I want to drive through downtown, and I'm going to go down here. I believe we were here before. This may be where that building was broken. I want to take a look at it as well. The building here that looks like it was broken has no roof, and it looks like it's had no roof for quite some time. But we'll take a look at it anyway. So this may be storm related, but it looked like it was about ready to fall down. Look at all that architecture. Let me stop here. So you see how there was plaster on those walls, and there's those landing strips. Kind of cool architecture down here. I'd imagine these buildings are about 100 years old or more. All right, we're headed downtown. A lot of beautiful buildings in this town. Michelle, no. I'll talk to you about it later. Yeah, Miss Lady, I know where I am now. I saw a bunch of rattlesnakes the other day who were stirred out of their den and were in water, and they were not happy. I did not take the time to get close enough to them to make a video of them, though. I hope Michelle can understand. All right, so this building here, I'm going to back up. There's nobody behind me. This building here appears like it may. I'm gonna park. Stand by. Looks like this building has had some damage from water, and it's still leaking. You know, this is just one town out of many in North Carolina. We're showing what's happening here in this town. It's amazing how people are just, hey, I don't see damage. I want to see damage. This is really stupid. I don't see damage. If you're going to say that, you're going to be blocked. So, I mean, this is all old damage as well. But a lot of water got into this building. Wow, you can smell it though. This is Goldsboro, North Carolina. And there's the gas that I got. It doesn't smell like a fire. It smells like water, and it looks like water damage, like water got up into the roof, or into the ceiling, rather. Yep, nice new cans, and they're locked up better than they were. The storm itself is gone. The after effects of flooding will be going on for a few more days. The storm dropped a lot of water upstream. And downtown looks like it's kind of thriving here. This is Center Street, and it looks nice. The water looks to be receding. Yes, Goldsboro, North Carolina is a very nice looking downtown. Looks like maybe some of the people downtown are first responders and people who've come to help out. It's 90 degrees and it is 6:08 p.m. And I will turn around and go back down to the other end of town, let you guys see it as well. We're coming up on Spruce Street. And this is the Goldsboro Fire Department on the right. You guys want to see my meal at Wilbur's? If we have internet connection down there, sure, we'll do that. My brother and I would come here when we were kids to visit our grandparents. We lived about an hour and a half up the road, and every other weekend or so we would ride the Trailways bus down here. My grandfather would come pick us up at the bus, and we'd come down here. There was a dry cleaner that had a sign that was a neon sign with different color circles that would go down in a line. And for some reason we called them, no, we're not going to watch me eat. We would call those circles the apples. And then I was really sad when I saw that the Apple store was gone. It was the original Apple store to me. Wilbur's Barbecue is a barbecue restaurant. It's Eastern North Carolina barbecue. It is open pit cooked, slow cooked, whole hog barbecue over hickory, I believe. And the North Carolina or Eastern North Carolina barbecue sauce is vinegar based. It's like vinegar and spices. So this road here that I'm coming up to where everybody is stopped leads out to Highway 70. I was going to go down there and show you some stuff, but not with traffic like that. Yes, it is a brick sidewalk. And Goldsboro is home to Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. You guys can see the airplane, the fighter jet, up here on the left. So this is Ash Street. It kind of goes from here. We can follow this all the way down to Seymour Johnson. Yeah, it is slow food. They cook it for like 18 hours. There were some low spots down here that were flash flooding from the rain when I was here on Friday night. Those of you who were driving around with me on Friday, if you remember, I had the flat tire, the first of 2 flat tires, and I wasn't able to drive around. So here's a Salvation Army Disaster Services truck. Is on the very left side of the screen. So we can see the Salvation Army's here helping out. So I'm going to go down Slocum Street. There's some, if I remember right, some low areas down Slocum Street. My uncle was stationed here at Seymour Johnson, and he was a fighter pilot. He flew F-4 Phantoms. And he said that in the ready room for all the squadrons, there was a permanently posted note that says if you have to punch out or bail out on takeoff, make sure you're beyond Wilbur's before you do so. Yes, it does lead to the truck gate. I don't think that gate is active anymore. I've never even heard of Belfast, so I don't know. All that I know of today is what I told you I heard from the cop about the bridge, and I'm showing you what's actually happening right here in Goldsboro. So guys, while we're driving, I will make a little commercial here. If you are enjoying this live streaming, please look in the link. And if you think it's worthwhile and you're getting some value out of it, look at the description and find the link for either PayPal or GoFundMe. I am live streaming for you guys and showing you what's happening as a service, and it's cutting into the amount of time that I would be spending on shooting stock footage. Actually, Denzig, what I'm talking about right now is I came up here to work. I am a severe storms photographer. I'm a cinematographer, and we kind of fell into this live streaming here, and it is cutting into my my income because I'm not shooting, as much footage or as creative footage as I normally would be. So if you guys feel like you're getting some value from this, I'd appreciate if you would go to the PayPal, especially. That is a little bit cheaper for us to use, or the GoFundMe, and help out. If everybody who is on here right now would just donate $10 right now, it would allow me to support my family, for part of the month. I have a wife and 4 children at home in Florida. Michelle, the moderator, is my wife, and the 4 children are on the YouTube channel as well here. And I am the sole breadwinner. So if you guys like what you're seeing here and you feel like you're getting a service, I do appreciate contributing and helping out with it. And to you guys who have helped, I'm thankful. I appreciate it. I kind of feel like public TV. And if you only give $300, you can get the Rick Steves driving through Goldsboro and how to avoid floods video. But you won't get one of those anyway. But it is costing money to drive around. It is costing money in lost income from not. Let these guys go. From not shooting my footage. And I do appreciate any help you guys give. If you contribute, that is a lot of help. Hey, Flying Tech, nice to see you. We're driving around in Goldsboro, North Carolina. We've been in some areas at the beginning of this live stream where the Neuse River was covering the road. We've been in a neighborhood where we had a little bit of flooding. One guy told us it was from rain, and then another guy who had spent years working for the state of North Carolina told us it was flooding from the Neuse River. Thank you, Chris. So far we haven't seen a tremendous amount of devastation, and thankfully, there's not a whole lot of houses that are inundated with water and any of that. It's not to say there aren't any around here, we just haven't seen them. Thank you, Joaquin, appreciate it. If I remember right, this is going to take us down towards the back gate to Seymour Johnson, and then if I take a right turn from there, I think we'll get over there to the river. And if you guys haven't figured out, this chat room is very, very tightly moderated. Okay, Joe, we want to find roads that will be closed, so that'll be good. We want to show you the actual what's going on. So anyway, the chat room is very tightly moderated, guys. It's not a free speech zone. Hey, Beast, how you doing? Beast is one of the guys who was helping out down there where we were at the Cape Fear River the last couple of days. He was with the not the Cajun Navy, but the fishermen, the local fishermen who were there, and we were talking to each other a lot. And I'm gonna go through this roadblock here and see what's happening down here. Yep, there's some water on the road here, so we'll show you guys what's going on. Yeah, so Beast, we're in, yeah, you were at In Too Deep. He's a good guy. He was helping me find places that I could get footage. He is familiar, if you guys were wondering about the, what do you call it, the street light. It never did go completely underwater. It came close. Beast, you might be able to tell us whether or not the street light went under and what happened to the bridge. I have not been there today, so Beast, you have permission to tell us what happened down there at the bridge if you've seen it. So we're at the compost facility, and well, I have media credentials, so I can go through roadblocks, kind of. Hey, you guys, I don't know if you can see these marks on here. These would be the high water marks. I'm not going to drive through it, but let you guys see what's going on here. And you guys, 100 watts in a wire. This is Christian Kudnick, K0 Sierra Tango Hotel. Christian has a podcast, and Christian, post a link to your podcast. It's an amateur radio podcast. And he also has a Facebook group called 100 Watts in a Wire. How y'all doing?
All right, man, how you doing?
Good. We're just checking out the flooding, showing people on YouTube, and it's anywhere in Goldsboro. It looks like you guys got spared by a lot. Anywhere where it's like really got hit hard.
Got a lot of flooding, man. That's the biggest thing. Where you live?
I'm freelance. Yeah, so I used to work for the Weather Channel, and I've done work for NRA TV and just about everybody. So.
No, I mean, we got a lot of flooding. Pretty down.
Yeah. You know Dr. Griffin here in town? The pediatrician? Okay, he's my uncle.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, have a good one, man.
Yeah, just trying to see what's going on. It looks like I just got back from Lumberton and Fayetteville. They were hit kind of hard.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, appreciate it. That was the local police guys coming down to take a look at stuff. So they're saying that Goldsboro was not hit that hard, which is good to know. So we'll spend another few minutes driving around Goldsboro and then go get some Wilbur's barbecue and figure out where to go tomorrow. Yeah, I was talking about 100 Watts in a Wire. Christian, yeah, share your links. Christian's a good friend of ours and has a lot of cool stuff on his podcast. There's no drive-through at Wilbur's. Yeah, it looks like there's some flooding here at the gate. Guess I was wrong. I thought you could turn right here and get around. So this is one of the gates to Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. I'm going to go back down to Ash Street. I called them this morning and their phone did not say it was permanently disconnected, which was nice. Yeah, much better coverage today, thankfully. Yeah, Beast, it was nice to know you down there. I appreciate your help, and you were a good friend down there. As I was saying, Beast helped me find places to shoot the footage. Helped me get through a police on the other side of a a police tape where they weren't really letting people go, but we got the policeman to allow us to go. So he was a good guy. Man, Chris, if you guys keep talking about Wilbur's, I'm just going to bail out of this live stream and go, because I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten today. Okay, Brazil, no Portuguese, please. We're trying to moderate this this chat, and we don't have anybody who speaks Portuguese to moderate it. So please make your comments in English. Not a problem. Just letting you know, you're new and you didn't know. I appreciate it, man. You know, the kids, the way we do it, we homeschool, and when I'm working, the kids do school, and then when I'm home and not working, we make that not school days. So it's worked out. My career has kept me away from home quite a bit, but we spend a lot of time together when I'm home. Well, guys, thankfully it looks like Goldsboro, North Carolina was spared the worst. Here we're crossing Elm Street. Sweet tea, barbecue, fries, and slaw. And you put the Wilbur's barbecue sauce on everything except for the sweet tea. And oh my goodness, it is so good. And here we are on Walnut Street. Mulberry Street. And we're back to Ash Street. Well, Brad, I have got at least 2, maybe up to 3 weeks worth of Mountain House food in the back of the truck here, with a wide assortment of breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert. And I've got 2 weeks worth of water. I have ways to boil water to reconstitute that food. And I've got a cooler full of ice. So I am in good shape for at least another couple weeks, even if Wilbur's is sold out. I've got a little bit of beef jerky left. Gary, I gave away most of that to the police officers who were out all night in Lumberton. Yeah, Black and Blue 10, the FRS and CB are, viable when the grid goes down. The challenge is you can't reliably have long distance communications with them. Whereas with HF, no Red Bull. With HF on ham radio, single sideband or Morse code, or even some of the digital modes, you can regularly work on the continent or even internationally, even if propagation is not so great. So that's one of the things ham radio offers over FRS and GMRS and CB. Plus the fact that ham radio gives you, oh yeah, Beast got one of the Red Bulls. Ham radio gives you the opportunity to learn how to build your own stuff and to work on it. Ham radio is the only, you can't work on your own radios or build your own CB radio legally, but ham radio operators or licensees will routinely do that, build their own radios. And so that's one of the big differences, and it's a really cool hobby to get into. And I am in no way bashing FRS or GMRS or CB. I've used them all. But if you're going to get a lot of skip and talk to people 5 states away on CB, you're going to be running a lot of power. Whereas we can, if propagation is right and your antenna is good enough, you can talk halfway across the world with 5 watts on 20 meters, running a 5-watt radio off of a solar cell. I actually have transmitted with a piece of barbed wire. When I was a kid and I first got my ham radio license, there was a guy who's long since died who loaded up the water tower. He worked for the water department in his town, and it was the water tower is behind his house, and he figured out how to load it up and make it work as a vertical antenna on 160 meters. And he worked a lot of people all around the world on 160 meters by using the city water tower as an antenna. This area the other night where we're driving right now was flooded from the flash flooding and all of the rain on Friday night. But as you can see, dry now. If you go back and watch the live videos from the other day, I don't remember which day it was, but we did some ham radio stuff on one of the live streams, and I was talking to Ricardo, KV4OP, and also talking to Michelle, my wife, Michelle Lea, the moderator, who's November 8 Zulu, Quebec Zulu. And Gary have no idea what it's called, ham. And T-Fish and no, it did not get wiped out. We did a live demonstration. Maybe after dinner. Sorry, just got hit with a yawn. Maybe after dinner, I'll start another live stream and see once Michelle gets home with the girls. Maybe we can do a demonstration and you guys can hear me talking to Michelle or even one of the girls on ham radio. And we'll live stream it. But that will be after dinner. And it would be after 8 o'clock. Yeah, Beast, if you're still here, Beast was actually there for the last several days, helping with search and rescue and security there at where that bridge is. So Beast, just give us a quick, I don't know if you gave an update before, give a quick update of what the conditions are down there if you've been down there today. And we are coming up on Wilbur's Barbecue. Now, if they are closed or if they're out of barbecue, I will man up and I will cry on camera. You guys who are watching, and I don't know if you saw it the other day, but the girls did a funny video last year during Hurricane Matthew. I think if you go on there and search fake news on our channel, they did a Weather Channel spoof as the hurricane was blowing, and it is funny. It is funny, especially with what has happened in the last few days with the news exaggerating what's going on. But when you get a chance, search on the channel for the fake news here on this on here and see what happens. Watch it. Tyler, no, I have had my extra class license for almost 30 years or so, maybe longer. And then the next person to get it was Faith Hannah, AE4FH. She upgraded when she was 10 because she wanted to have that call sign. It's a vanity call sign. Vanity call sign. It stands for Amateur Extra for Faith Hannah. And then her brother Zechariah upgraded, and then Hope upgraded. And so there's four of us who are extras, and then Mom and Grace are still generals. Grace wants to start studying for extra, and I think Mom wants to stay a general until she really understands the theory of everything, which is admirable. Michelle is as technically into it as I am. I really like getting into the technical stuff of this. Yeah, I think the girl said something. You know, look like Jim Cantori, and she says, no, but you're about as tall as he is. Well, we're going to pass by Wilbur's here on the right, but I'm going to go down to the next major intersection and head towards the river. As far as I know, we're having a meeting this month. We are about to pass. I'm going to pull into the parking lot so you guys can see it. I'm not going to stop for dinner yet. I'm going to go look for some more flooding for you. This is Wilbur's barbecue. Look at this. Wilbur's barbecue. And let's see if you can see where they cook it. Are they cooking? Yes, they're cooking back here. Tell you what, guys, when we get done looking for some flooding, I'm going to go down the road here and head west towards the river. Michelle, I'm going to go look for some flooding and then come back to Wilbur's. I'm going to see if Mr. Wilbur Shirley is here and remind him who I am and see if he will give us a tour of the restaurant and the cooking and all of that. So right over here to the right is the end of the end of the runway at Seymour Johnson. And like I said, my uncle was in the Air Force. He was an F-4 Phantom pilot. He was a fighter pilot. Back in the 70s, he was stationed here at Seymour Johnson. He said in all the squadron ready rooms they had signs that were permanently affixed to the doors that says if you have to bail out, you need to make sure you're past Wilbur's before you do it. When I was a kid, you could sit out here and watch the B-52s land. Okay, so high water, North Carolina 111 and North Carolina 58 closed. Drive down here a little bit. Somebody wants to take a look at the APRS and see how close we are to the river. I'm not sure how close we are. Thank you, Grant. Okay, have you guys got video, or have we lost connectivity? Do we still have video and audio? Okay. So if I hang a right here, I think I'm going to get back to the river if I hang a right here. All right, guys, so I just turned around. I guess we're going to go to Wilbur's and see if we can see how they cook barbecue. Yes, it is. Wilbur's is sucking all of the RF out of the tower. So we'll go down there and see if Mr. Shirley is there, and if he is, see if he will give us a tour. All right, we need to share this on Reddit, and we need to share it on Reddit and all around, and tell them that it is now the Wilbur's barbecue live stream. This is going to be better than anything Alton Brown has ever done. At least it will be to me. Tony, after dinner, I will start another live stream, and try to do one. Michelle and the kids are out right. Zechariah and Faith Hannah. I hope you guys have video. Somebody let me know. Audio and video. Wilbur's barbecue is only here in Goldsboro, North Carolina. Yeah, it's going out that way. I noticed that we dropped to where we had no bars. Q is only here in Goldsboro. As I know, they've only ever had this one location. He, I believe, was taught by my great uncle how to make North Carolina barbecue. You guys see how it looks wobbly? It looks like they call that a jello cam effect. And it's because the cameras are made with imaging chips that only scan one line at a time. Robert, this is a 2002 Chevy Suburban. That's the original miles on it. Those are the actual miles that are on this vehicle. All right, we're going back to Wilbur's. I see smoke from the open pit where they're cooking the next day's meal. Yep. You weren't there the other day when not only did I get soaked, I got eaten by fire ants. That's a pretty sunset. All right, so we're gonna go in here and see if Mr. Wilbur is here. And if he is, see if we can do a live stream of Wilbur's barbecue in Goldsboro, North Carolina. Here we are. We have arrived. Yeah, somebody come up with the song Sunset at Wilbur's. Got to have barbecue, slaw, hush puppies, and fries in it somehow, sweet tea. How you doing? I'm James Lea, Tom Griffin's grandson. I'm streaming live on YouTube right now about the storm. These people all. Any way you can give us a tour where y'all live on YouTube of where y'all cook the pig and just talk a little bit about Eastern North Carolina barbecue? There's 274 people that want to find out. All right, we're gonna go. This is Mr. Wilbur Shirley. We're getting the behind the scenes tour I tried coming by here on Friday, and y'all's phone said they were disconnected. I was really concerned.
Friday.
Yes, sir. Friday night.
When did the storm come through?
Friday.
Came through Thursday night. Yeah, we were closed. We didn't know that.
All right, guys, here we go. So this is Mr. Wilbur Shirley.
That's the wood. Have you got any on out there? Uh-huh. You want to go in there and take a picture?
Yeah, well, see, I'll let you see right here. 274 people watching. We'll go through here. And what's your name, sir? Eddie? Hey, I'm James Lea. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you
We're live on YouTube. I don't know if you remember Tom Griffin, Mr. AT Griffin.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was my granddad.
Oh yeah.
And I've been live streaming for the last week about storm coverage because that's what I do as a journalist. And I've been talking about Wilbur's all day today, and actually for a couple days. And people are like, we need to see Wilbur. So show us how y'all cook the pig.
Come on in here.
Sure. Have you got something done?
Well done. The one that got done, you already took them up.
Okay.
So y'all put the wood in here and let it smoke overnight?
We put the wood out there and get the coals out there and put them in.
Put the coals
Here's
in.
some whole hog, yeah.
How long will this cook?
About 8 hours.
About 8 hours.
About 7, 8 hours.
This is the best barbecue in the world. I've been telling people about that.
It's about going out of style, though. There's nobody else cooking.
Nobody else cooking?
Too much trouble with the wood and
Yeah.
working.
Now, how did you learn? My mom had told me years ago that somebody in my family had helped teach you how to make barbecue. Is that true?
Yeah, I went to work with Lloyd.
Okay, with Lloyd. He was my great uncle. Lloyd Griffin.
He rather had a place on George Street.
Yes, sir. I remember that. Yep.
And I went to work with him, and I worked there for about 11 years. I went to Korea and come back and went back there, and then I came out here.
Somebody says he wished that you were his best friend.
Huh.
Somebody on here says they wish you were his best friend. So here we got. So y'all put the coals in here. You cook it for about 8 hours. So you get hot in here. You get hot in here.
Oh no, because we in and out here. We put the coals in there, then we outside.
There you go. Sit outside. All right. Rain or shine, y'all are making barbecue.
Yeah, rain or shine, we cook.
And but you shut down for the hurricane.
No.
Yeah, we didn't. There was one night we didn't cook. Didn't want to be sure.
I believe it was one night.
One night. All right, guys. I appreciate you you allowing us to come in here and show it. We got 256 hungry people now
Thanks, sir.
that want us to. I appreciate it. And then they're going to want me to show them the food when I get ready to eat it. Now, what kind of? This is hickory or what?
Oak.
Oak. And y'all are making the coals here.
They burn the coals out there to come in with the shovel.
So they're making the coals, and then they'll carry it in with a shovel, guys. This is how Eastern North Carolina barbecue has been made for years, and as Mr. Shirley said, there's not anybody doing it anymore this way, and that's a shame.
And I'm about ready to go.
You're about ready to go? You've been doing this a long time, I know.
Do you know how old I am?
You're at least 51 because I know I ate here when I was a newborn.
I'm 88.
You're 88. This man is 88 years old, guys.
Yep. 88.
So how long you've been doing this since Korea? When you came back from the Korean War?
I started here in 1962.
And when did you open Wilbur's?
It's 62.
62. And then you were working for Lloyd before that?
Yeah.
Now, I was telling people, I remember as a kid sitting out, you remember my grandparents, right? Tom and Ed and Earl. We'd sit out here and watch the guys in the B-52s. You could see the guys, the tail gunners, they wave at us when we were kids.
They still take off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thank you for the behind the scenes tour. This is where it all happens, guys. We're gonna get some good Wilbur's barbecue. I just seat myself, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, guys, we're gonna go sit down in the back, and yeah, it was really awesome to watch the gunners waving. So actually, I'm gonna sit in here. I'm gonna sit up in here, guys. Trying to get somewhere where we're not gonna bother people.
Hello, how you doing?
Doing good. I'm gonna drink sweet tea. Just let you know, we're live on YouTube right now. Mr. Shirley just took us back and showed us where they're cooking. So what's your name? Can I show you on video?
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Maria.
Maria?
Yes,
Is your house okay from the storm and everything?
Yes, sir. Just flooded everywhere.
All right, well, I tell you what, I came by the other day when the storm was going on and y'all were closed, and when I tried calling, it said your phone was disconnected. I was scared.
We were closed for 2 days.
All right, well, we're gonna have some barbecue and show people here what the barbecue looks like.
Sir, you'll love it.
Appreciate it.
For
Oh,
real.
I've been eating here since I was a baby.
Okay, you
So-
like sweet tea?
Sweet tea, and I'm gonna get a large barbecue plate with fries
Potato
slaw.
salad with fries and salt and onions.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're gonna show you guys the menu here. If you're ever in Goldsboro and your religion allows you to eat pork, you need to come here. And as Mr. Shirley said, he's the only one making barbecue, or not many people making barbecue like this anymore. And he's 88 years old. He was taught how to make barbecue by my great uncle Lloyd Griffin. So here we go. Look at this. Anybody want some fresh collards? Fried pork chops. All right. I've been telling these people all day about Wilbur's.
Please do.
I have been, and I told them, you know that show Alton Brown, right, on the Food Network. He ain't got nothing on this.
Really?
And we just went back there where y'all were cooking. He's never done that. So
Oh, so how long's it been since you've been here?
I was here last year.
Last year, so you come out every year then?
It just depends.
Where you from?
I lived on the Outer Banks until 3 years ago. I live in Florida now.
Oh, okay.
So actually, I was here in April. I was here in April.
Okay.
But I'm here working on covering the storm, and I've been down in Lumberton and Fayetteville, and now I've come back up here. I'll let them see your pretty face.
And these guys right here, they're out here helping us out too. I'll go over there and say hey.
Where are they from?
I don't even know. I don't know.
Find out. Tell them what we're doing. See if it's okay. Jason, they don't do ribs here. They don't do ribs here. Where y'all from? From Wilmington? How you doing, Captain? Appreciate it. You don't need to wipe hands. My name's James. I'm a freelance journalist, and what we're doing right now is I've done work for the Weather Channel and NRA TV and whatnot. We're just been driving around today, showing people some stuff. There's 262 people here, and we've been talking to them about Wilbur's. My great uncle taught Wilbur how to make barbecue.
Really?
Yeah. He just took us back in the back where they're cooking the barbecue. I'd never been back there in 51 years. But we're just trying to show the real news live and as it's happening. Is it okay if we talk to you guys on camera here and just...
So what's the scope? We're still in official capacity, so we have to be kind of careful.
If you can't talk, that's fine. Talk about how much you love Wilbur's. Can you talk about that? Okay. This Coast Guard. And he's here. He's had Wilbur's barbecue. And then we've got, who do we have over here? All right. Hey, Chris. Were you in the Coast Guard as well?
I am.
Okay.
Just out here.
I used to do a lot of flying out of Elizabeth City. I did a lot of contracting for the back then it was the DOT, and you're going to show me some of my kinfolk. All right. Appreciate y'all being here. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So Mr. Shirley's going to show me some of my kinfolk here.
Lord.
look at that. I never knew that.
That was me, and that was Cardell Smith.
All right, so on the left is my great-great-uncle Lloyd Griffin, and then Mr. Shirley. That was what, back in the 50s?
I don't know, yeah, way back. We flew that barbecue to Asheville. That was part of a trip we
You
went.
guys flew to Asheville. Did you guys ever cater to the White House? No?
No, we've been to Washington Shelter and not had a White House.
All right, well, the food's here, so I'm going to sign off. Appreciate it. Guys, thank you for riding along with us. I'm talking to my phone because we're live on YouTube. I'm going to shut up here in a second. Thank you for riding along with us today. Here is the barbecue. That's supposed to be fries, but it's actually mashed potatoes, but that's fine. And the slaw, and then the hush puppies. These hush puppies don't have onions in them. They are sweet and they are yummy. Yeah. They do have chicken here, and they have other things that aren't pork. It tastes awesome. It tastes awesome, guys. Okay, so probably around 8:30 tonight. Let's aim for about 8:30 tonight, I guess, if that's okay, Michelle. If you guys are okay with trying to, I'll tell you in just a second here, Christian. Michelle, let me know if you guys are okay with trying to get a ham radio contract. But the hush puppies, these are cornmeal, and sugar. They are deep fried, and they are yummy. And they call them hush puppies because they used to throw them at the dogs to get them to stop whining because they didn't want to feed the barbecue to the dogs. So for now, guys, just watch for the live stream later, and we will try to do a ham radio contact. Any of the other ham radio operators, we'll try to make the contacts as well. We'll be on 40 meters more than likely, and we'll do some live ham radio contacts. But for now, this is James, WX4 TV, live at Wilbur's, and I'm going to enjoy my dinner. 73.